According to astrologers, a rogue planet will enter the solar system today. As is known, this is the only cosmic body whose orbit passes through the entire galaxy. Of course, scientists could not miss the proximity of such a miracle. In order to study the tramp from Earth, an archaeological expedition was launched, which included our compatriot, cosmobiologist Professor Seleznov. Hello, Dad. Huh? Are they talking about you on the news?
Yes. I hope the police are not looking for them in the category.
No, in the section wanted by his own daughter. Dad, I've missed you terribly.
Well, Alice, well, go to Captain Green. He will tell you something interesting.
Green communicates only with his robots and coffee makers, and I sit alone all day. If you don't want me to die of boredom, by all means, you must, and simply must take me to your vagabond. Just think, such an interesting planet, and I'm hanging in its orbit, and have no right to go down.
Alice, this is absolutely impossible. There's a very busy schedule here. I won't have time to follow you.
Dad, at the age of 13, people can take care of themselves. Please, but I won't interfere. Just help and that's it.
That's what I'm afraid of. You see, it looks like Gromoseka found traces of the existence of some ancient civilization on the tramp. Excavations are being carried out very carefully. Any outside interference can damage the case. Gromoseka has neither the opportunity nor the time to mess with you.
Well, Dad, I'm not going to touch anything. Well, if you want, I promise that from now on, I will clean my cabin every day. Do you want me to learn all the CDs with textbooks for next year, over the summer? Well, Dad.
Alice, I'm sorry, I have to run. Bulky urgently needs my help.
Dad, if you don't take me in, I'm going to call 100 times a day and beg you to change your mind.
Okay, flyin'. I'm waiting for you on the tramp.
Hurry. Miracle planet. Excavations. Ancient civilization. Oh, how lucky I am. Senior Assistant Archaeologist Alice goes on a mission. Hold on, ancient inhabitants vagabonds. I will solve all your secrets.
It doesn't work. If you connect this wiring like this,
Green, cute, you have no idea. Fix your hardware. I won't distract you now.
Now the same thing, but slower.
I'm leaving immediately. Dad, let me go down to the tramp.
Alice, wait. I put a bag of dumplings in the Freon engine there, so that they wouldn't defrost.
Goodbye, Green. I'll see you after the expedition ends.
There you go. Polikinalsia dumplings called.
A pleasure space boat leaves the ship. The walking space scooter is ready to stop on the planet Vagabond. Finally, real adventures.
So, from the point of view of banal erudition, wait, Gromoseka, it's Alice. Look at that. Someone showed her how to turn off the autopilot and taught her how to do these dangerous tricks. Really? Who could it be? The scoundrel? No, look what he's doing. Well done, Eliska. My school.
The landing has been made. Autopilot is back on. Hi, Dad. Hello, Gromoseka. Rather, tell us how you are doing here.
Now it's wonderful. You arrived on time. We just missed your fresh perspective on things. What kind of look, Gromoseka? Alice is still quite a child. There is no need to dedicate her to R.
Well, Dad.
The scientific approach requires diverse views. What should I take from you? Listen carefully, my girl. Yesterday, I found one interesting slab, all covered with hieroglyphs. Not a single regular computer could figure them out. Most likely, it is an encrypted text, a secret message, from the ancient inhabitants of the Vagrant.
Wow. Gromoseka, can I take a look at her?
Of course. Why am I telling you all this? You'll look, and try to figure out what kind of cipher it could be. Come on, the stove is right here. No, it's just ridiculous. Gromoseka is an impossible optimist. All the computers working at the excavation site have been trying to decipher this slab all day to no avail. Do you think Alice will succeed? Okay, look what you want. and I'm going to get busy. I'll catch some butterflies. Here, I must say, there are very rare specimens.
Whatever Dad would not be amused, as long as he did not interfere with Gromozeka and me reading ancient messages.
This inscription is many years old. Most likely, the ancient inhabitants of the Vagrant made it on purpose to tell something important to possible future visitors to the planet.
Gromozeka, darling, we just have to decipher this message.
Brilliant, Alice. I always knew you were.
Gromozeka, wait, what is that thing falling from the sky over there?
Whoa. As far as I understand astronomy, with such a speed and with such a trajectory, only one object can fall out of the stratosphere. A bag of dumplings.
A bag of what?
Dumplings. Whoa. Everything is gone. The slab is broken.
Somehow it's even funny that such a commotion could have caused an ordinary bag of dumplings.
I don't see anything funny, my little creature. Now how can we find out what was said in the message?
Don't worry, Gromozeka. I'll take the pieces of the slab into one piece and decipher the text.
Easy to say. And there's nothing to collect. Look, because of this bag, all the fragments of the slab scattered on different sides of the tramp. Hey, wait, come on.
Ugh, see, not everything. Don't worry, Gromozeka. I'll find the rest of the pieces and assemble the mosaic.
Good luck to you. Well, today I'm obviously unlucky. Okay, Alice, you try to put the puzzle together for now, and I'll go do something harmful for the expedition. Who knows, maybe I will not be lucky in this lesson, and then I will finally bring some benefit. By the way, I have not liked dumplings since childhood.
So, what do we have here? An oil kit is never superfluous. You can always find something to lubricate. Dad, the universe urgently needs your help. Remember, have you seen anywhere in the area a piece of an ancient slab with the image of a part of a hieroglyph?
If I'm not mistaken, just an hour ago, Gromozeka showed me a similar slab entirely. Alice, did you manage to break the mosaic with the message of the ancient inhabitants of the Vagrant?
No, Dad, it's not me. This is a bag of dumplings that followed me from Pegasus.
What? Alice, are you delusional?
You see, Gromozeka was just showing me the stove, and here are these malicious dumplings. Fuck the groin. The slab is shattered. We are scattered. Here, I go now, looking for pieces to put the mosaic back together.
Well, a laudable occupation. Alas, I can't help. I haven't seen any fragments of the mosaic. But I came across a wonderful clearing, full of rare, amazing insects. This is a unique collection of butterflies from there. Delicious. Each individual has some kind of pathology. Agree, excellent specimens.
Well, in general, nothing. I mean, of course, this is also interesting, but the ancient mosaic interests me more now. Someone's daddies always carry a laser sword with them, and mine does not leave the house without a collection of new insects. And what? I like it. Dad doesn't like it when someone touches his tools. It's time to do something.
Yeah.
And where would I go now? After all, the Green Fellow, such a wonderful boat was chosen for our expedition. I hope I won't need a flare, but still let it be at hand. Oh, but this is a piece of our mosaic. There is no extra rope in the household. A useful thing. As a last resort, I will give this jar to my mother for preservation. It's a shame when the tool is idle. I always knew that oil and mechanisms are necessary for each other.
Come here, my little creature. To maintain the will to win, I decided to surprise you. Here you go.
Mosaica, you found another piece of the mosaic. How did you manage it?
Finding a piece of plate is not the most difficult thing. It's much harder to get it. This one, for example, turned out to be so deeply buried that I broke the trisom and digging shovels before pulling it out. 3 self-digs, can you imagine? What am I saying? All 4. After all, this last scooter is also no good now. It sticks and creaks all the time.
Oh, Mosaica, you're so good. I praise your diligence.
Oh, it's not worth it. Diligence in me is just the least of all. Wisdom, intuition, modesty, and nothing more.
Oh, there's no way you can pull out this piece of mosaic with your bare hands. That's another thing. It looks like the shovel broke completely. That's what I was looking for. I can't put the puzzle together yet. First, I need to find all of her missing pieces. How would I remove a piece of my mosaic from this alien citizen?
Knock, knock, knock.
Who in the sense of living in a mink? And time is passing. Is that what I need? Now I just need to figure out how to cross the swamp. A strange stone, as if specially placed here. Yes, A rocket on pebbles, like a cannon on sparrows. That is cool. Well, let's try. Great fireworks, isn't it? Oh, that's exactly what I need. If I don't get the dewdrop out of here, I'll never be able to get to that piece of the mosaic. That's better. Now this dewdrop is absolutely harmless. Another piece of the puzzle. No dumplings can break my will to win. That's great. With such a super strong web, I am invincible. Well, almost. Well, that is, much more invincible than before. Now I know what our boys look like after school. How would I get the mosaic out of this madhouse? So, let everything be like in the wild. It looks like this dewdrop eats everything that moves and is smaller in size. Well, that's just to my advantage. Everything is as usual. The goal is visible, but unattainable. That's better. Now this dewdrop is absolutely harmless. Hooray! It seems that this is the right piece of the puzzle. Wow! I think I saw a piece of a broken slab in the hollow. How did he get there? And anyway, what could it all mean? It's great that our scientists have invented power steering for suits. Now I can lift any weight. The main thing is that this structure does not fall apart. Beauty. Dad would be thrilled. Oh, but this is a piece of our mosaic. Beauty. There is a suspicion that this should work. It worked. That's what I was looking for. Dear plants, you have a chance to bring invaluable help to science.
Just sit here.
Wow, the dewdrop swallowed the mosaic. And how am I going to get it out of there now? That's better. Now this dewdrop is absolutely harmless. Dad, you have to save me.
What happened, Alice? Admit it. Have you been bitten by a wild snake? Did you prick with a poisoned cactus? You.
But no, it's much worse. This dewdrop swallowed a piece of the mosaic, which I just really need.
What kind of obnoxious child is that? Alice, you can't scare your parents like that. I was already thinking, but here it's just a dewdrop. Let me take a look. Well, it's pretty easy to perform an autopsy.
An autopsy. Oh, is it possible to remove the stove somehow, so that the dewdrop does not suffer?
It never occurred to me to do it any other way. An experienced cosmobiologist can perform an autopsy and remove a foreign object so that the plant will not even notice it. It's good that you brought me this dewdrop. Swallowed object can damage it. Well, let's save her. Only, Alice, there is one small problem.
I cleaned my cabin, I ate breakfast yesterday, and I promised to eat the whole lunch today without a trace.
Very good, but there is another problem. It will take me time to save the dewdrop, and I have it now for its weight in gold. Just imagine, it turns out that my collection of butterflies from the tramp is not complete. I urgently need to fix this blunder. But if I'm going to do the dewdrop, then who's going to finish collecting my collection? Don't you know?
I know. You know, Dad, I'm always ready to continue what you started.
That's wonderful. Remember when I told you that there was a clearing nearby that was just teeming with butterflies? Go there. There are only a few copies left to find for the collection. I need to find 2 more butterflies that are not similar to those that I already have. Will you do it?
Absolutely. Although, in my opinion, all butterflies are similar to each other.
Well, what are you? Color and pattern. And the physiological characteristics of the body? I'm sure you can handle it. Just take a net with you. He was a little damaged, though, the last time I hunted butterflies with him. In general, you need to fix it before you start collecting the collection.
It's all clear, Dad. Be sure I won't let you down. On this strange planet, strange butterflies should be caught with just such a net. Great grid right. Forward to completing the most complete and amazing collection of butterflies in the universe. Ha! I seem to be the best butterfly collector in the world. Professor Seleznov, allow me to report. The task has been completed, and even the mistakes of the predecessors have been corrected. Here, please, is a complete collection of butterflies and a renovated net.
Well done, Alice. I always knew I could rely on you. Amazing. Of course, I assumed what the missing species should look like, but this wing bend is a complete surprise to me. Thank you, Alice. You are your father's true daughter. By the way, the procedure for extracting a foreign body from the dewdrop is also over. Here's your slab for you. And your dewdrop is in perfect order. And even despite all my precautions, she managed to bite me a little bit about it. Probably out of gratitude. We can say that during the operation, no one was injured except me.
You bet. After all, Dad, you are the true father of your daughter. So, all the wreckage is assembled. It remains only to fold them correctly. Great. The stove seems to be fully assembled. You can call Dad and grow mosaica. Although, I remember Dad saying that a good researcher never stops halfway. If only I could not only assemble, but also decipher the mosaic myself. Then everyone would have believed that a 13-year-old girl could also be a real scientist and an important member of the crew. Of course, this cipher turned out to be too much for all the staff computers at the excavation, and I naively believe that I can handle it. Oh, if I were the smartest and most powerful computer, I could try. And so, stop. I have an idea. Powerful computer. Here are the key words. So, it is urgently necessary to photograph this mosaic. I think I know what to do. That's fine. Now no one will dare to call me little. Haha, Dad and Gro Mosaica will be terribly surprised when they find out what I managed to do.
So, another half turn of the court, and there is a chance that you will earn again, buddy. Unless you burn out immediately, of course.
Green, where are ye? I'm back. And I see, you're breaking the ship's equipment again.
From what do I break? I'm fixing it. Just in order to fix something, you need to break it a little first. In any case, it's interesting.
Oh, Green. It's interesting, it's completely different. For example, it is interesting to know what is written on an ancient plate from a tramp. Tell me, isn't it true that Pegasus has the most powerful and fastest onboard computer in the area?
Offending? The most scientists in the whole Cosmopark. I wouldn't let you put another one on your favorite ship.
Oh, Green, you're so good. I'm sure this computer will decipher my hieroglyphs in no time.
Maybe it will, or maybe it won't. It's also an important task for me. Look at how well I reconfigured our robot. But I forgot to identify the buttons on the remote. Yes, it is necessary to think of alternative management methods somehow.
It looks like it's too late to think about it.
Hush, 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 don't panic. What's going on?
Oh, Green. It seems your robot has smashed something important.
That's right, I broke it. Wow, what a clever one. I made him that way.
Green. Why? It was the container in which the mirages were stored. Dad said it was highly undesirable to release them. Their structure is so vague that it is not recognized even by the onboard computer. Attention, attention. An unknown life form has been registered in the ship. If it hits any of the planets of the solar system, it can disrupt the existing ecosystem. I regard this situation as unacceptable. I'm blocking the ship's airlock in order to isolate the detected foreign bodies. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a successful flight.
That's bad luck. But we can't get out of the ship that way. I'm going to reconfigure the onboard security system a bit.
Attention, attention. I am blocking access to the control room in order to protect the ship's control system from the possible impact of detected and people's bodies. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a successful flight.
Well, here we are.
Oh, you can't get into the control room, so you can't get to the onboard computer either. A nightmare. But what about the decoding of the inscriptions?
You're a strange man, Alice. We are suspended in space, trapped inside an uncontrollable ship. And you're thinking about some hieroglyphs. If I were you, I'd look for a way to deal with the mirages.
There is only one person who knows how to do it. Hello, Dad. You're not very busy, are you? Immediately drop everything and flaw. Here it is. The jar of mirages crashed. The computer got scared, blocked the control room and the Pegasus airlock. The horror.
And why? Let me know. Come, if I can't get into the ship anyway. No, oh, Alice, you've been messing around with green yourself. Fix the situation yourself. Capture of mirages. Not such a difficult task. Listen to me carefully. Now many items on the ship have duplicates. These are the mirages. They copy the surrounding things. However, not too accurately. There's still some difference, you know.
That is, if there are suddenly two entrance doors in the green's cabin, then one of them a mirage.
Exactly. And the one that looks more strange. Well done, Alice. You catch on the fly. By the way, you need to collect mirages with the help of a special bioanalyzer. Take it from my office. It's in a glass cabinet. Point the device at the mirage and...
Hello.
Hello.
Attention, attention. I am blocking all communication systems in order to deprive the discovered and people's bodies of the chance to seek help in the outside world. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a successful flight. A nightmare. Our computer is paranoid. It doesn't even give us a call. So much noise because of the usual harmless mirages. Okay, we'll have to calm his shipboard nerves. After all, catching mirages, a curious occupation. I even wonder if I can handle it or not.
It appears so. Where is the central computer? Right, in the captain's cabin. And what is the entrance to it? Blocked. Well, what can I do? That's right, not to panic, but to do some other useful thing. In general, I will continue repairing the robot for now. You need to distract your nerves somehow.
These are Green's favorite toys. It's better not to touch them. Wow, but this thing doesn't belong here at all. A barrel with radioactive waste, used by Green in his various experiments. If only everything planned would come out. This is a favorite turret. The temperature outside is 20 degrees Kelvin. Please do not confuse it with Celsius, and wear insulated spacesuits when going into outer space. If only my classmates could see me neigh. What is not being done? Everything is for the best. Only something would be done. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a successful flight. The weather forecast for tomorrow. In the constellation of Taurus, a small nebula is seen. In places a meteor shower. In the other constellations, the cosmos is clear. Precipitation is not expected. Green, can I take your screwdriver and lose it somewhere? No reaction. Strange.
Oh, the magnet.
A very valuable thing, by the way. Oh, our snail. How I wonder, did she manage to get out of the aquarium? So, either I have double vision or... No, it can't be. Our universal favorite. A multi-eyed snail from the planet Glazunio. Our universal. It seems much better in the bank. Paraboy is so pretty. It's time to do something. What could be more interesting than Dad's laboratory? And here is a box with a bioanalyzer. It remains only to figure out how to get it out of there. And the drawer just opened. Bioanalyzer. That's what I need to collect mirages. And here's another mirage caught. 8 foreign bodies were found on board the ship. Watch out. The best mirage hunter goes to work. 7 foreign bodies were found on board the ship. Did the green correctly attach the robot's head? That doesn't sound like him. So, I wonder if this is a mirage, or not a mirage. 6 or more bodies were found on board the ship. And where would I go now? And with the help of these things, Green manages to keep our ship in working order. To be honest, they did not inspire confidence. Looking at such pillows, for some reason, I always want to sleep. Weird, right? Now the robot is in its normal state. Well, everything seems to be fine with the green one too. And then, I was already worried about him because of these mirages. And with the help of these pieces, they say in vain that only children play with toys. I still like them. This is an exact copy of the leader of one of the Alpha Centauri planets. Bromozeka gave it to me. They are almost dry. You can take a shift. Almost there. What's that? It's very interesting. Why did Green bring it here? And here's another mirage caught. 5 foreign bodies were found on board the ship. And time is passing. Watch out. The best mirage hunter goes to work. 4 peoples were found on board the ship. So interesting. Is it a mirage or not a mirage on board the ship? What a cute animal. Are not the ancestors of our terrestrial giraffes descended from such? Oh, I wouldn't want to meet such a clipper in the wild. What a funny weirdo. Isn't it from him that the ancestors of our Captain Green descended? Optics salons are usually delighted with such customers. This is a crackazibla, and nature will come up with such a miracle. Cellini said he couldn't a robot wiping without cucumbers. A strange place, however, for socks. And here's another mirage. Two foreign bodies were found on board the ship. Oh, I love adventures. Some kind of strange pillow. It looks like Zelini spent the night in the hold again. Watch out. The best mirage hunter goes to work. One foreign body was found on board the ship. Wow, but this thing doesn't belong here at all. No people's villages were found on the ship. I'm unlocking the airlock and the control room. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a successful flight. Well, finally. Now you can begin to decipher the inscription.
Well, that's it. The ship is controlled again. The mirages are in place. I think I'll take a little more time with my robot. Paint it or something. Let it be purple. Speckled.
Well, finally. A powerful computer at hand, photos of the plate with the inscription in my diary. It seems that now I'm learning something super interesting. I'm sorry, no further decryption is possible. To get preliminary results, press the stop button. How so? The most powerful computer in the spaceport, and suddenly. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a successful flight. It's always like this. If you want the work to be done efficiently, do it yourself. However, the computer helped me significantly. Yes, there is very little left to decipher. The message has been decoded. I'm broadcasting a message. Abandon hope, everyone who lives now. If you are a resident of the galaxy, then know, your planet along with others will obey us forever. Goodbye. Branch, I don't understand anything. Stop. Computer, translate, please, immediately into a normal language. Translated into modern language, this fragment sounds like this. Inhabitants of other planets, goodbye, Khan to you. So, and further, purple ball. Yes, not one, but many learned minds create for us. Cassiopeia, Baichiyar, Den, Earth, aha. All these planets are here. There's already a spell on them. The purple ball is already bringing trouble. The ball is left on those planets, brothers. Read in the table where, in what year. Strange, deadly constructions called purple balls were left on these planets in the specified galactic years, not thinking that we would spend all the supplies on those planets that were included in the catch. The storage maze is already dangerous. There are a lot of traps and balls in it. The purple balloons were left by rogue scientists on those planets where, in their opinion, intelligent life lived. The rest of the balls were left lying in storage on the tramp. These are special underground vaults guarded by secret traps. Computer, can you find out where these vaults are located? Judging by the description of the terrain in the message and the scanning of the planet's surface, the entrance to the labyrinth of vaults is located here. Okay, computer, what's next in the message? On the shore of a rocky gorge, you will find a door in the piece of our strength. Enter the first 5 digits of the calculus. You will enter there and perish there, believe me. The message contains the code of the first door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But alas, after opening this door, all the difficulties are just beginning. It's actually not the first time I've opened cunningly locked doors. Is it really that simple? The second door is not so easy to open. Crystals of light guard the entrance, and if you pass, you will howl with horror. It will be your turn to become a victim of the guards. To open the second door, you need to learn how to control the sacred crystals, the secret of which only the keepers of the balls know. In addition, the message says that even after passing the second door, the visitor cannot be calm. The guardians of the purple balls are not asleep. They will punish everyone who comes. I am no stranger to all kinds of difficulties, but it will be the first time I will have to make the greatest discoveries during the entire work of the expedition. For the sake of such a case, you can take a risk. Dad and Gromozeka will be surprised when they find out that I personally got them a mysterious purple ball for research. How was it in the message? Just think of only 5 characters, and it's so hard to pick them up. But I will definitely come up with something. Wow! Mirror sunflower? Wow! Wow, nothing complicated. 1, 2, and the cat is picked up. More precisely, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing complicated, just think, turn a couple of crystals. Oh, mommies, these are real lasers. I think the only way out is to use their own weapons against them. Only here's how to do it. Wow. It worked. I can't believe it. The purple ball really exists. And I found him. Dad and Gromozeka will be surprised. Now, for sure, I will be taken on the most difficult expeditions. What's that? Another bag of dumplings?
That's a failure. Oh, mommy. Ah, so's. I'm crashing. I was digging. This is a failure.
Gromozeka, did you sign up for dumplings? You fall from nowhere. What are you doing here?
There's nothing here. Here I am at all by accident. I was digging up an ancient dome on the surface, and now I fell into a cave. And what is interesting here?
Oh, a lot of things. First of all,
Wait, first explain how you got here.
through the door, by alternately rearranging the legs.
Alice, don't make my weak heart nervous. Answer like a human being.
Yes, yes, I answer. I deciphered the inscription on the slab. It says that a sacred purple bowl is kept here in the cave.
A balloon. Is it really a ball? What would that mean?
I don't know, but it was written on the mosaic that this ball is very dangerous. He's a threat to the entire galaxy.
For the whole galaxy. The matter is taking a serious turn. We need to immediately convene an emergency general conference and decide what to do with this find. But the ancient secret messages do not like to lie. A threat to the entire galaxy, just think.
The surface analysis of the ball is completed. Attention! A live virus has been detected. If the shell of the bowl is damaged, this virus will infect everyone present on the ship.
You see, Alice, and I warned you that the ball could be dangerous. My ship, we urgently need to remove this ball from Pegasus.
Then, if the shell of the ball is damaged, the virus will infect everyone present on the tramp.
What a powerful virus. Seleznov, does it really happen? Alas, it happens. Judging by these analyses, we are dealing with a virus of hostility. It significantly affects the character of the affected person. The patient is getting angrier and angrier by the minute. A society infected with the virus of enmity is doomed to extinction. Living beings become so aggressive that they simply destroy each other.
What a nightmare! Why did the inhabitants of Vagabond keep such a dangerous thing?
That's why they kept it, which is dangerous. The instinct of an archaeologist tells me that the inhabitants of the Vagrant were extremely insidious creatures. It looks like they left purple balls on all the planets that met on the way of the tramp. 20,000 years passed. The shells of the balls exploded, and the inhabitants of the planets rushed at each other with weapons in their hands. They fought until everyone died.
I don't understand anything. But why?
Oh, Alice, you're still young and don't know life. Vagabonds flew to the war-ravaged planet, appropriated all scientific achievements and spiritual values, and flew on. Am I right? You guessed it, colleague. That's exactly what these bad creatures did. And they would have acted in the future if they had not fallen for their own bait. One of the balls in the caves broke. An epidemic of hostility also began among the vagabonds. Exactly. Then it all fits together. Now it is clear why the fauna on this planet is still somewhat aggressive. This virus once upon a time got into the blood of all living beings on the planet Vagrant and made irreversible changes in the nerve cells of the inhabitants of the planet. This is an amazing and scary virus, but it seems that its lifespan is small. Already a couple of years after the explosion of the balloon, you can safely fly to an uninhabited planet and live on it without fear of infection. You only need to be afraid of plants, which have also become quite malicious.
Wait. But after all, in the text that I deciphered from the mosaic, it was said, oh, no, this can't be happening.
Alice, my girl, do not forget about my weak nerves. Speak quickly.
In the 313th galactic year, the tramp flew past Earth for the last time. The aliens left one of the purple balloons on our planet.
Oh, Earth, we have nothing to fear. This is very recent. I'll do the math now. Yeah, it happened. 19,999 years ago. It can't be. Listen up. Listen, but it does mean. It means. This means that the Earth is about to perish. We are urgently flying to warn everyone.
Where are we going?
Of course, on the ground, and more specifically, to the Institute for the Study of Alien Diseases. Perhaps it will be possible to find an antidote to the virus of enmity. And if it fails, can you imagine what will happen then? No, Seleznov, we have to be safe. You need to find the place where the purple ball is hidden on Earth, and destroy it. I mean, not a place, but a ball, as you guessed. A lost number. The Earth is big, where to look for it. And then, for 20,000 years, the ball probably got used to the surrounding landscape. He can't be found now.
Wait. I know. I know what to do. We need to go to the Institute of Time and ask to be sent back in time. Just 20,000 years ago, on the day of the aliens' visit to Earth. We need to find them and take the ball from them. How do you like my plan?
Great. Gromozeka, will you undertake the task? Yes, of course. Just give me a lift to the Institute of Time, and then I'll figure it out.
You won't figure it out. Gromozeka, you'll never figure it out yourself. Take me with you.
Alice, stop it. You're still too young for such a dangerous occupation. Wait, my girl, repeat the name of the epoch again. Something I have not heard from such. Earth scientists have only recently learned about the existence of the era of fairy tales. It turns out that before the appearance of the current civilization, our planet was inhabited by sorcerers, dragons, dwarves, and other evil spirits. Unfortunately, none of us really understands it better than Alice. And then maybe, after all, oh, okay. Let Alice fly with you to the Institute of Time. Only Gromozeka, I beg you, take good care of this obnoxious child. Wait, my girl.
I know what to do.
Oh no, just got busy with one important thing, as another one immediately comes. I guess there's no point in asking you to come back later.
Werther, darling, it's me, Alice. We urgently need your help. Let us into the time machine, please.
Well, great. That's it. They come, and immediately let them into Werther. And Werther has to drop everything, and we have no trouble without the wrecking interference of guests. This time it's all the fault of the crow Doreen Knives, from any era. Got into a time machine, got into our institute, and turned everything upside down here. Well, okay, I would just turn it over. So after all, she also broke our director's most beloved Tyrannosaurus skeleton. That's where justice is in life. Him. A soulless pile of useless bones, besides super old and very fragile. I am an intelligent, super functional robot built with the latest technologies. And what do you think? There will be more of him at our institute than me. In short, if I don't collect this skeleton, I risk getting another reprimand. And how am I going to collect it if it's an impudent crow that keeps bothering me? Just bytes for kilobytes come from such rudeness. One consolation is to stretch scientific thought in the vastness of free thinking. What?
And if I find a way to assemble the skeleton, what then?
Well, for the sake of such a valuable cause, nothing is a pity. When the institute is in order, the robot on duty is kind, compliant, and happy to discuss with guests all their needs. What a bold flight of fancy. What are you? Boring routine work. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Alice, be a friend. Pick up all the right bones without me. In the meantime, I will help the respected Werther in his important scientific research.
Gromozeka, help me.
Hey, my girl, I would love to, but the deep scientific problem that Werther and I are dealing with is urgent. Colleague Werther, as a scientist to a scientist, I want to tell you that this hypothesis is simply ridiculous. Alice, well, I'm not Windows to solve several tasks at once. I'm sorry, I can't spare you a second.
Unfortunately, something is not working.
And why did you take up the mouse of this computer? Where is your scientific thought going? Don't you remember? There's a dead end there. The professor is not a coward. I downloaded information about all existing dead ends into my memory a long time ago. Well, apparently not about everyone.
Unfortunately, the scanner is not working right now. Here it is, the time machine, the pinnacle of human ingenuity.
Werther, don't get distracted. This is a very difficult level, in the sense of an equation. That is, the equation. Yes, that's right. A very complex equation. The date was assigned to you, Professor, that people of my level are not looking for easy ways.
I would also like to know how the block is removed from this time machine.
Intuition and accounting.
You shouldn't climb a ladder if you don't know where it leads, although you can try. It's time to do something. Fool, please behave yourself. It's like an illustration to some Russian epics. Oh no, you again. A nest on Napoleon's head. I wonder what it's doing here. I think I know which bully needs to be put in this cage. One of the most famous physicists in the world. But it's beautiful. Now I'm going to smile like that too. Everyone will be surprised.
Whoa.
I saw the same picture in the history textbook. It's like the workshop of a crazy watchmaker. I have long dreamed of getting into a historical shooting gallery. I think this restlessness of hers can be used against her. How am I supposed to catch this crow when it's flying from place to place all the time? Ancient armor. Speaking in normal language, the first protective suit. A crow is not a sparrow. It will fly out. You will not catch it. Oh well, what should I do? Well, let's see how the fool reacts to this. I think this restlessness of hers can be used against her. What a wonderful hat! My dad used to teach me how to make these out of a newspaper. Well, well, so the fool loves this beautiful mirror. Experience suggests that the key is an extremely necessary thing. Oh, mommy, what kind of echoes of witches' Sabbaths are these? And these are the ancestors of all mankind. It's not for nothing that they say that children always outgrow their parents, and this. I'll take this arrow, okay? There's not a single prince in the area anyway. Clothing made of skins. So that's why our ancestors survived. Interesting. I didn't even know that light bulbs had already been invented in this era. I hope the fool won't miss such a shiny thing. Well, did you get caught, you fool? Finally, I can safely assemble a Tyrannosaurus skeleton. We should find the key to this sideboard. I knew that this key could open this particular sideboard. And this is a book about the power of love that overcomes any separation. I read it out of my mother's head with a mellophone last year. Romoseka would probably have liked this book. He was always interested in history. We went through this at school. Such a sad story. I wonder what this book is about. Ah, fantastic, it looks like pure fiction. Yes, it's good that it's vacation time. I would never have thought that I would have to act as an ancient warrior. Hooray! Right on the bullseye. And literally. You can certainly eat, but I'm not hungry. We need to collect the skeleton faster. Otherwise, I think I'm unlikely to be able to find a common language with this stubborn robot. What a bone! Archaeologists would envy such finds of mine. It's not a bone, but bones. So it seems to be this way. In this case, the main thing is not to confuse anything. Now everything is in place. The bones are whole, and everything is in its place. Gentlemen scientists, I want to inform you that order has been restored. Dorinda is in a cage. The skeleton of a Tyrannosaurus has been restored.
So fast. Alice, did you by any chance go to an electrical engineering course? We have just started our conference, and she has everything ready. A phenomenal human child. Of course, Werther. This is my ward.
Now, Taverter, can we use the time machine? We really need to get into the era of fairy tales.
Okay, I'm answering. You can use the car. I myself wonder what will come of it. It is impossible to get into the era of fairy tales. Or rather, it is impossible to predict exactly where you will end up. And of course it's all the fault of a fool. She broke our scanner of historical authenticity, and now the machine chooses the time of casting at its discretion. If such uncertainty suits you, please go wherever you want. I don't mind. No. For all the Valyrian in the world, we will not climb a crazy time machine. All of a sudden, it will hit your head to throw us into the time of the reign of insects. I can't stand spiders, you know. Or imagine, we will fall into the distant future. We will be captured and forced to work as exhibits in the Museum of Antiquity.
This is if the Earth has a future. Werther, what's to be done? Explain better. What kind of scanner did the fool break?
Don't know what a historical authenticity scanner is? And these people call themselves scientists. Well, I've heard of this amazing device, but it will be better for Alice if you explain everything in detail yourself. It appears so. In normal condition, the machine works like this. You put an object on that scanner over there. The scanner determines the period of historical significance of the item. In most cases, this is the period when this object interacted with some historical figure and set up the machine for this time. And now that Dorinda has knocked down the settings, the scanner cannot correctly determine the epoch through any object.
It's terrible, but there must be a way out. Maybe there is some way to fix the scanner.
Maybe you can, but I'm not your assistant here. It's not for me to do the job yourself, so you'll need a keyboard. Please, the names of all famous personalities are written on the screen near the time machine. See? So, each of these personalities needs to compare the subject that was associated with it in history. That is, in fact, they themselves indicate the period of its historical significance. If you do everything right, the scanner settings will be restored, and the time machine will transfer you to where you need to go. Is that clear? Come on, don't be scared. It's not that difficult at all. According to the Institute of Time, do you know how much historically significant junk is lying around? Just take it and substitute it. Fixing a breakdown is so easy. Wonderful, just wonderful. Alice, please, act on your own. And while you're setting up the time machine, dear Werther and I will discuss our scientific hypotheses a little more. It's so important.
Oh, Gromozeka, you're incorrigible. As soon as you get carried away with one thing, you throw everything else away. Okay, don't worry. Communicate with Werther. I'll deal with the car. Well, let's try to set up a time machine.
I don't believe my visual detectors. The time machine is working again. Alice, you're just great. And you, Professor Gromozeka, are also nothing. They brought up such a craftswoman. I bet, we will have legends about the wisest Professor Gromozek and his pedagogical talent at the Institute of Time now. Oh, come on, colleague, it's not worth the legends. I'm just a humble archaeologist. By the way, it's not surprising that Alice and I managed to fix the time machine. We are, so to speak, modestly interested in this repair.
Ah, Gromozeka, you are incorrigible.
What am I saying wrong? Heroic adventures await us in the era of fairy tales. That's why we had to fix the time machine, wasn't it?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Well, it's time to test the car. In the sense of making your flight. All that remains is to set up the scanner for the desired era. To do this, find the item of the time you want to go to and put it in the scanner. I understand everything. Now Alice will do everything. I don't believe my visual detector. The time machine is working again. Alice, you're just great. And you, Professor Gromozeka, are also nothing. They brought up such a craftswoman. Ha! I bet we will have legends about the wisest Professor Gromozek and his pedagogical talent at the Institute of Time now. Oh, come on, colleague, it's not worth the legends. I'm just a humble archaeologist. By the way, there is nothing surprising in the fact that Alice and I managed to fix the time machine. We are, so to speak, vitally interested in this repair.
Ah, Gromozeka, you are incorrigible.
Well, it's time to test the car. In the sense of making your flight. All that remains is to set up the scanner for the desired era. To do this, find the item of the time you want to go to and put it in the scanner. I understand everything. Now Alice will do everything. Well, finally, on the way to the era of fairy tales. Attention. The machine is ready to start. I'm starting the report. 3, 2, 1. Start. So where were we there? One head is good, but 6 hands, as it was with Professor Granazika and me, are still better. They seem to have arrived. Alice, be careful. Don't touch anything. Don't smell anything. Don't look closely at anything.
Why, Gromozeka, it's so beautiful here.
Exactly. Everything is beautiful and dangerous. Ancient wisdom says that beauty requires sacrifice. And I don't want that victim to be you, my girl. Now we'll quickly find the aliens, take the ball from them, and rush to our time in a flash.
Gromozeka, after all, you are an incorrigible optimist. As Dad says, a dry branch in the forest, real value.
Hush, my girl. We'd better not attract the bloodthirsty attention of this monster.
Gromozeka, I want to officially declare that you are poorly versed in the history of the Earth, especially in the era of fairy tales.
So enlighten me, little creature.
It's not a monster at all. This is Emelu. He is a dreamer, so he lies on the stove and thinks his mind. That is, he sleeps all the time while his older brothers spend at work. Let's go ask him about the aliens. Hello, Emelu.
Yes, what?
See it burning? It's not burning anywhere. What are you?
I didn't imagine it. I was sleeping so sweetly, and then someone yells.
It's great that you've woken up. We have an important question for you.
Scratching your tongue and not plowing the field. Okay, go ahead, asked. There is information that a spaceship landed recently in these parts. That's nonsense. Ships on the sea go from here to the sea when the royal palace. You can't get there without Pike's command.
Let's try another way, because they don't know anything about space here. Dear Amelia, maybe in the last days or nights, you have seen something unusual? Well, for example, a shooting star.
I sleep at night. Why is he gawking in vain?
But then maybe you saw a star in the daytime.
And I sleep during the day. Why waste your strength in vain? Even more so. There are no stars during the day. Okay, I remember. There was one here. Not a star, a star. I opened one eye, and it appears that she is falling, and fell over there, behind the field. There was a lot of noise. I almost woke up with a fright.
Thank you, Emilyushka. You have helped us a lot.
Alice, let me congratulate you. Now we will take the purple ball from the aliens and celebrate the victory.
Oh, Gromozeka, it's not for nothing that Dad says that you are an incorrigible optimist. Ugh. To be honest, I don't like moss too much. Wow. So that's what it's like, an alien ship. And what kind of ray is running around it?
Alice, don't talk to me. I am the most insignificant of archaeologists. I went on an expedition without equipment to deal with a security scanner, a bumbook. How could I have made such a mistake?
Don't talk about yourself, Gromozeka. You're very smart. I immediately determined what kind of security equipment the aliens had. For example, I've never heard of any bumps.
How? Don't they tell you such elementary things at school? Don't go there anymore. A nightmare. How can you live without knowing how a laser scanner works? I'll have to train you, little creature. In front of us is a device called BMBMC, in the common people, and a bumbuka. Its rays probe the surroundings and sound the alarm if a new object appears in sight. They shout, boom, boom, boom. Do you understand? Of course, the bumbuka is not the best scanner model. She recognizes outsiders only by their appearance. And why didn't I take my Chumoro's camouflage suit? Now it's all gone.
Come on, Gromozekushka, nothing is missing. After all, we are in the era of fairy tales. Every second wizard is here, and every second wizard knows how to make people invisible.
That changes things. You know, I'm the best specialist in the search for representatives of antiquity. I'll find everyone we need right away. Judging by this broken branch, a wizard passed through here recently.
Maybe we'd better ask Amelie. What a thing! The Museum of Ancient Flying Saucers would be delighted. There is an axe. I wonder what they can cut here. Wow, what an old tree. It's completely dried up. Gromozeka, look, such a dry tree, in the middle of a clearing. I think it's better to cut it down before it falls on someone's head. Gromozeka.
Let's make an idea.
In the middle of a clearing. I think it's better to cut it down before it falls on someone's head.
Dear Aborigine, can you tell me where you can have the honor to introduce yourself to one of the local sages? Who can I consult here, I say? Become with whom like? A pike would help. Yes, in a quarrel with this arrogant fish.
And think about it, Emilyushka, we really need a hint.
Well, here, in the old days, a noble prompter was a wizard. Only he's gone bad now. Even though she's a wise woman, but a fool is a fool. The capricious princess ordered the necklace to be created. He conjured her a necklace. The greedy old woman wanted a new trough. He fixed her hooves. Barely persuaded everyone back to disenchant in general, are clumsy what the world has not seen. Yeah, an absent-minded wizard is just creepy. Not. Horror is his neighbor Snake Goranik. The right advisor. Any trick will solve, any forgery will notice. One trouble it can eat. Too angry, but hot-tempered. Oh, everyone's afraid of him.
And we will not be afraid and go. Isn't that right, my brave Gromozeka?
I'm going to go, and you, Alice, will stay in the clearing. I am responsible to Selesnya for your safety.
It's not fair, Gromozeka. I'm better at negotiating with Earthlings than you are.
Oh, you want to argue. Anyway, there is no road for Koch or Goranik. Why is that? So people have not been going to these Galesevechiki for a long time. Therefore, the path is overgrown with impassable thorns. To cut them is not to cut them. Break it. Don't break it. Unless you can drive on them on the stove, clear the road. Yes, my stove does not drive without a mighty command, it does not revive. I'd be glad to help. I want to go for a ride myself, yes. What do you mean it doesn't come alive? Have you tried to maintain traction inside this unit? Speaking in your opinion, did you try to heat the stove? Reluctance. That's what, dear. I just have a small stock of wood stumps, called firewood here. Now I'm going to try to fix your food unit. Go ahead. There is a hunt to deliver. These tree stumps are not so anything. This is real fuel. In what way? Well, if they will drown. Let's live. I don't understand you, Emilio. In our Chumorozi, when they want something, they do it. If you're so happy, why couldn't you throw firewood into the stove yourself? Me? Dirty your hands for nothing. I only have 2 of them, by the way. If I were like you, a multi-armed monster, I wouldn't be afraid of any work either. And then, something is not enough to bite through your tree hoops. They lie there and lie there, they don't burn, and they don't hurry to heat the stove. Well, it's just like that. So, when the firewood is already in the oven, it's a small matter. Alice, we need to get a fire.
Well, where am I going to get it, Gromozeka? I explored all the surroundings, but I didn't see any matches or lighters anywhere.
Hey, my little creature, you were poorly taught history at school. Ancient people produced fire by friction. We will do the same. Bring me moss and a dry twig. Immensely grateful. Now, my little creature, do me a favor and get me a twig. So, we proceed to the ritual of the melting stove.
Are you sure we can light a fire?
Absolutely. You, Alice, well done. The human being. All the encyclopedias of antiquity that I know recommend making fire with the help of friction. And thanks to you, my girl, we already have all the necessary components for this. Moss and a dry twig. And now step back. The master will show the class. Who would have thought that a food unit could develop such a speed? Let's go after him, my little creature.
I hope that Serpent Goranik will be glad to see us. Well, Gromozakushka, go ahead to the Snake Goranik.
Alice, help me out. Do you know any diet for urgent weight loss? Oh, why did I have such a big breakfast the day before yesterday morning? I won't fit into this passage. I am excessively fat.
Don't talk Gromozak about yourself. It's just that Amelia cut through too narrow a passage. There's nothing you can do. You'll have to let me go to the wizards.
You? 1. I can't put you in that kind of danger, my girl.
Romoseiko, darling, calm down. I'm sure I'll make friends with Snake Gornik. You weren't worried when I talked to the dragon in the Alpha Centauri Nature Reserve.
Indeed, I didn't worry in vain. However, there is no other way out. Go to Gorinik, and in the meantime, I will contact your father and inform him that at the cost of heroic efforts, we have found the aliens after all.
And what is this? Hey, let him go. Hey. Oh, it's not my fault. They fell apart themselves. As far as I understand, this is the ancient progenitor of the modern space helmet. That's a whopper.
Who goes where from where? I'll eat for you. If the Gorinik does not go out for prey, the dinner itself comes to the Gorinik. Stop, shameless knight. How dare you disturb my peace? Fall victim to sharp fangs for this.
Me? I'm not a knight. I'm an ordinary girl. Alice.
I'm not afraid of your sword, not your armor. Not a knight.
What's the matter with you? Are you ill?
Bad. I'm telling you exactly. It's bad for our head. He chewed up a sorcerer who was terribly contagious. Coughs now, can't swallow, sneezes.
Oh, so he urgently needs to be treated. Mom always said that tea with raspberries is the best medicine for colds.
Medicine? Listen, this cold is killing me already. There are no forces to fight it. If you manage to expel her, we will do everything for you. That is, whatever we can do. Of course. Whoa. And what can we do? What can we do? We can eat it. Or we may not eat it.
Well, actually, I came to you for advice. It is very necessary to secretly get through the security field of the ship. Will you help? And I will cure you. Okay.
A secret? Security? A ship? I'm in favor. The main thing is health. The rest will be. All right. In general, so, we consulted here, and I decided. Treat me, Alice. If you succeed, we will think with 3 heads how to help you.
Is this all that's left of those who came to fight the dragon? What a horror. Yeah, I've already found raspberries. Now, I would like to figure out how to get to her on the other side. Helmets are the most useful things in the world. At least wear it on your head. At least get water in them. And here is the most healing berry in the world. As you know, raspberries give healing properties to any drink. And now let's boil the water. Finally, the most healing drink in the world is ready. Well, let's start the treatment. Drink this.
Oh, your head. Yes, you are healthy. Indeed. My throat doesn't hurt. My bones don't ache. I breathe freely through my nose. Thank you, Alice. You will soon be a great healer.
I don't know about the doctor, but I would like to become a great infiltrator into other people's spaceships.
The debt payment is red. Yes, yes, Alice, I remember our agreement. You have restored my health. And I'll help you get to the ship. No. We will think the Dumo. And what to think? What to think? And so everything is easier than easy. Do you remember that invisible hat that caught a contagious sorcerer between the teeth? He wanted to get to us unnoticed. A love was just training the bite on the left. Exactly. You're the third head, even if you're talkative. Yes, savvy. Take this, Alice, as a gift, a cap of invisibility. We don't need it. It won't fit on 3 heads at once anyway. And you're in it, maybe you'll deceive the guards of your field.
That's great. Thank you. You've come up with this wonderfully. Helmets, the most useful things in the world. At least wear it on your head. At least get water in them.
Anyway, you've already done a lot, my girl. Now I will establish a connection with Selesnev and brag about your success.
What a thing! Museum of Ancient. A wizard. We need to release you urgently. Oh, what to do?
Dear girl, you know my name, Wizard. Oh, it's really me. However, without a magic wand, I'm not really a wizard.
And where is your wand?
She fell into the lake. Some strange creatures grabbed me, and apparently mistaking me for a villain, dragged me here. The wand fell out when I tried to explain myself to them. And now I'm here. I can't translate words from my wand into another language. The creatures never realized that I was very friendly.
I'm not sure the aliens are interested in how you are set up.
Yes. What a pity. But a wand wouldn't hurt anyway. But at least in order to make friends with the bars of this wonderful cage, he's not mad at me for anything yet. You see,
Wizard, you shouldn't try to make friends with someone who doesn't want to. Stay away from the bars while I go look for your wand. Yummy. The main thing is that this alien does not notice me. It's strange. On an alien ship, the fish looks very much like an earth pike.
that's a Devo. The girls of the Star Herods are the same as ours.
Oh, talk. Yes, it's Emelina Pike. I'm not an alien, Wizard Pike. I am Alice, an Earth girl.
To know, fate has sent help in your person. Help me out, Krasnodica, or don't you want the Starry Herods to translate my magic into your ear?
Are they going to cook soup out of you? A nightmare. No respect for earthly folklore, but how did you end up here?
The damned aliens caught me like the last cod, pulled out of the native river. They wanted to explore, but I just didn't give in. There is nothing for newcomers to know our magical secrets. Alice, I didn't tell them anything, pretended to be an ordinary fish, and then they decided to let me on the ear.
Don't worry, Fairy Pike. I'll help you out in no time. I'll just figure out how. That's not a good idea. Theoretically, it is possible, but never in practice. Here, yum yum. Extinguish. Extinguish the terrible flame. Megito aka Zakakano Huka. It smells delicious. I always knew that aliens cook well. Here, yum yum. Here, yum yum. So, herbs. Hopefully medicinal, and not the other way around. Helmets. The most useful things in the world. At least wear it on your head. At least get water in them. This should calm him down. What's the cabin? Evil Kayuko. That's right. That's right. Yawn. Yawn. Go out. Go out. Terrible flame.
Thank you, Red Girl. And now, since your kindness is truly boundless, do another favor. Take me back home to the icy river.
I'll try now. Just don't catch a cold. Mom always said that it's bad to climb steamed in the cold. Don't be afraid. Everything will be fine, Name. I'll take you to the river and let you out into the water. So you are free, sorceress. It's good that everything ends well.
Oh, you respected me, girl. I was already longing for my native water. Now ask for whatever you want. I will do what I can to help.
That's great. I don't seem to have anything to ask for myself, but the wizardo really needs his magic wand. He dropped it in the lake. Maybe someone you know can find her.
Well, at my behest, according to Alice's desire, find a magic wand in the depths of the underwater.
Found it? Of course.
She's right below us right now.
Thank you, Fairy Pike. You have no idea what benefits you have brought to the whole world.
Well, that's nice. And now goodbye. I don't know about the whole world, but I definitely really need the underwater parts of it.
If this magic wand is as absent-minded as its owner, it's better to be careful with it. Your wand is a wizard.
Dear girl, you have no idea how glad I am. The hand longed for witchcraft. Whoosh.
Wow,
How nice it is to feel like a full-fledged wizard again.
you're just a supermaster. I'm sure you can help me.
Of course. Old O loves helping friends, especially those who had just given him back his freedom and his magic wand. But let's discuss it somewhere else. It seems an earthquake is starting here. Have I overdone it again and caused too much magical energy?
Don't worry, it's not about you. It looks like the ship is preparing for takeoff. That's all I needed. Get down to earth, wizard. It's a pity to part, but business forces me to stay on board.
Well, what does it mean to break up? I promised to help you. Remember, dear girl, Old O always keeps his word and loves all kinds of adventures. Oh, just be kind enough to explain where this alien stupa is taking us. What, generally speaking, is going on here?
Oh, it's a long story. First, the aliens invented the enmity virus.
This is unacceptably terrible. By all means, we must immediately find the purple ball and destroy it.
This is exactly where I wanted to ask for your help. Wizard, it seems the ship has landed. Aliens are coming here now. My invisibility hat won't fit two people. Hide.
Here's another one. Real wizards never hide. They have other methods. For example, to become invisible and secretly monitor the enemy.
This is very useful now. Look, they're taking the ball away. Where is it going? Follow him.
Just be careful. Keep your distance from these Herods. The invisible hat loses its properties in the cold. Oh well, where are you running to?
Wizard, did you notice where the aliens put the ball?
This one?
Yes. Oh, and where did you get it from?
Baby, I'm a wizard. Everything that someone has put somewhere can be imperceptibly attracted by me.
Wow. In the Himalayas, as I see, it is very cold. If it wasn't for the heating in my overalls, I would not only see, but also feel it. It's creepy. Wizard, aren't you going to catch a cold?
Come on, dear girl. Real wizards never get cold. Just let's get out of here quickly. Preferably somewhere warm.
Of course. And there, we will figure out how to destroy the ball without releasing the virus outside. You see, if you don't do this, the whole Earth may perish.
I have an idea. I know what to do. I must admit, I wanted to be warm so much that I was looking at the sun all the time, and it dawned on me. We need to throw our ball there.
Throw a purple ball in the sun? That's great. It's so hot there that any virus will burn right away.
Step back. Now I'm going to create a powerful ballistic device. He can easily throw anyone anywhere.
You're just a genius, a wizard.
Come on, don't fuck me up, sweet girl. Big deal, just a catapult.
Excuse me, what?
Oh, not that. The guard. I still caught a cold. Well, what's that? What's going on? Oh, I think I've ruined everything.
Maybe this smoke is from something else. Maybe the catapult is all right.
Oh, I don't know about the catapult, but the magic wand is definitely broken. Oh, I sneezed my wand.
And the catapult was also unlucky.
Maybe I ruined our whole plan. The girl Alice. You're the only hope. I have such a cold that I can't do anything worthwhile. And the wand doesn't work, which means I have nothing to treat with. Alice, the fate of the world is in your hands. You have to repair the catapult. Glasses.
Here it is, the thing that is destined to save humanity. What could it mean? What a nice rug. Oh, it's a skin. But this is clearly a frame from a mirror. Sorry for the intrusion. Good afternoon.
Kind. In general, yes, my days are all good. That's just the winds are evil, but beautiful.
Excuse me, but what are you doing with a part from our catapult?
To whom is the detail from the remote control, and to whom is the nature for creativity? I, dear guest, am painting a portrait.
A portrait, catapult parts. Wow. I never knew she was so attractive.
You can see her beauty in everything, with my poetic character. But I'm not painting the portrait from her, but from myself. See, it reflects me. If you approach it correctly.
Well, the crooked one goes out into the mirror. This detail is intended for someone else. That's why your reflection is so strange.
Oh, and you noticed it too. You see, I once had a beautiful mirror. Yes, only the evil winds brought this detail. She flew into the workshop, made a big mess, and broke my mirror into small pieces. There's nothing to do, I had to adapt it for reflection. The nature of an artist cannot but create. Self-portrait is my life's work.
Oh, what should I do? Tell me, and if I make a normal mirror, will you be able to give me this part?
Will you make a mirror? Dear guest, yes, I am ready to give up my entire home, if only the self-portrait came out right. I don't want to overshadow your walk with my suffering. But it's your own fault. The hope of the mirror, given by you, does not give me peace.
Oh, wait a bit. I'll think of something.
Glasses.
A useful thing. Tie someone up, or tie up something that has fallen apart.
Glasses.
So, it seems this is what I was looking for.
Glasses. Glasses. Glasses.
Yes, with such a wand, it's not scary to go to mammoths. Hello. Heh. Hello.
Ha! Who are you talking to? Can't you see that? They are primitive. They are not trained to speak. If you want, then ask me. I'm in charge here.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice you right away.
It's better to watch. And my advice to you is to be careful. They'll bite you again. I keep them here without a muzzle. There doesn't seem to be anyone to fight with. The scary snowman is far away, and we don't have any others.
Excuse me, but is there any way to take a part from our catapult from them?
Look what she wanted. Are you a snowman or something? They are not afraid of anyone but him, and therefore they do not obey. Okay, don't be sad. You are this. Can you help us? Life has gone horribly. It's dog cold. We are freezing. Let's say you sew our skins, and I'll try to convince them to give you this inedible bone.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I wonder what this bone will do. Alas, not everything is yours that is found. We need to somehow get this part out. I always knew that there are no hopeless situations, as well as unnecessary things. Great, that's the right detail. And here is a beautiful mirror for our Yeti. And here's the skin. I wish I knew how to get to her. Maybe this way I can move to the other side. Warm, soft, such a hide will make great clothes. Maybe this way I can move to the other side. Wow, the skin. I wonder how it got there and how to remove it from there. Maybe this stick will be useful to me. Okay, calm down. I will definitely succeed. Even a green one wouldn't have thought of doing something like that. Alas, this is a completely delusional idea. That's not a good idea. I wonder if this design can serve as a needle and thread. I'm just like a primitive seamstress motorist. That's great.
Is this for me?
To you.
Well, no, I don't need that. Neanderthals, as soon as they see that there are not enough clothes for everyone, they will fight instantly. Bring 4 skins, then the conversation will go on.
Great warm skin, so tender. And why did modern people switch to spacesuits? I'm just like a primitive seamstress motorist. That's great. Here, everything is as you asked. Wear it to your health.
That's great.
Fishlabukabukaka.
That's great. That's great. I'm actually not trained to say thanks. I can bark more and more. But do you want me to give you a paw? You people, our dog paws are always asking for something.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you liked it. So it seems this is what I was looking for. Bukachaka. Here's what you asked for. Will it work?
Oh, I am irrepressibly happy. Immensely, boundlessly, bottomlessly, unrestrainedly grateful to you, unexpected guest. Now my self-portrait will finally reach its logical conclusion.
Excuse me, can I take the part from the catapult? Well, your old mirror.
My big, immeasurable, boundless, bottomless and
Unrestrained.
exactly, immeasurable and unrestrained yes.
Great. That's the right detail.
Almost everything is already collected. There is one more head left. All right, and what am I saying? One in the field is not a warrior. Ugh. In general, what is being done?
I get it. We need to find one more detail. Here it is, the thing that is destined to save humanity.
Aji.
So, the last detail is in place.
I can't believe my eyes. My dear catapult is assembled again.
I can't believe my ears. Wizard, aren't you sneezing already?
Sorry, I forgot. Dear girl, let me solemnly announce. Oh, I didn't mean that. In general, the catapult is ready for a wonderful throwing of a purple ball in the sun.
Before launching the purple ball in the sun, it is necessary to shoot the catapult. By pressing the left arrow, you can move the catapult to the left and up. By pressing the right arrow, right and down. By pressing the space bar, the projectile will be launched by a catapult. Well, let's get started. To fully target the catapult, it is enough to hit the sun with a conventional projectile just once.
Well, the catapult is set up. Now you can use it for its intended purpose. My hands itch to pull the lever. In general, but it would be more correct if this honor goes to you, Alice.
For me, all right, I'll try. Look, it's flying. Oh, is it really flying?
Great throw. Alice. I didn't know that interplanetary football already exists. What kind of football? This is interplanetary hooliganism. Throws all sorts of nonsense. You can't get enough windshields. Seleznov, my friend. It can't be left like this. I will complain. We are a peaceful expedition. We are great necessary scientists. They hit us with some kind of balls. Wait, don't get excited. If you're so nervous about every galactic garbage. Balls. Wait. Scan this ball, zoom in, and track its trajectory. This is important, my friends, do it without unnecessary questions. It's a purple balloon. From where? From our Alice. I always knew that the girl would do a great job. You bet. With a mentor like me. Look, the ultimate goal of the ball is the sun. Why? In fact, the temperature in the sun is high enough to destroy any virus. Oh, Seleznov, you have a brilliantly talented daughter. She found the ball, and figured out how to destroy the virus of enmity. Alice is still quite a child. She would never have thought of that. She, Seleznov, had worthy assistants. Me, for example. Well, and here's this funny old man, whom we now see on the screen. It's a wizard. Oh, he's the smartest one here, in the era of fairy tales, and you can't tell by the look of it at all. Well, what can you see from this distance? Let's fly. Let's take a closer look. At the same time, we will take the girl from these cold lands. No problem. Only their exact coordinates. Gotcha, my dears. Here they are, the Tutoshki. I can imagine how happy Aliska will be with our arrival. At least, he will be very surprised.
It seems we have won. The Earth is saved.
It couldn't have been any other way. How could we let someone destroy this beautiful world?
Кому-то разрушить этот прекрасный мир.